I'm going to call the meeting to order, and please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. And again, with the reschedule from last Wednesday's snow day, it was, problematic for everyone to rearrange everything. So,
Mr. Sullivan will be here at 6.
Oh, excellent. Good.
Oh, good. He flew in early so he can make it to the meeting.
Okay. Is there anyone in the public who has anything to say or ask or any statements? Okay. Questions? Then we'll move right on to the informational agenda, letter A. Student representative, Mr. Albanese.
Hello. Since the last meeting of school committee, we had our Spirit Rally, which was very successful this year. We've been congratulated by many teachers and students who attended. That's the most successful one that they've seen. It's certainly the most successful one that I've seen in my 4 years. Even the freshmen, who are usually understandably a little bit unused to this sort of thing, they had a very good showing. They are all decorated out. During the week leading up, during our Spirit Week, we raised over $200 for leukemia and lymphoma research in penny wars competition. Upcoming in, I'll do this first. Later this month, the Students Against Destructive Decision, or SAD, is holding a Suicide Awareness Day. To Write Love on Our Arms is what it's actually called. Where students are encouraged to wear red or a shirt from that organization to kind of prevent destructive behavior and suicide. And also be boards that are displayed, additional things across the school. In February, we're having our Neon Night Dance, which we held for the first time last year, which is a financial success, and we hope it'll be again this year. Our basketball team has had some injuries lately. They had 2 of their 5 starters out, but we still managed to, in the final quarter, pull out a victory. And recently, last Friday, we won against Blue Hill, I believe, by 22 points. That's what I have.
Any questions? Thank you very much. Okay. Next, letter B, Fall 2010 Achievement and Testing Report. Hi.
Okay. Hello. Thanks for having me, everyone. Microphone? Microphone. Is it on? Yes. Okay.
It's just right up in
To
front of you.
me. Okay. For tonight's meeting, I have put together a PowerPoint presentation, and I think you will see that all of the key components that are in your written report are part of the PowerPoint, so make it a little user-friendly. So to begin, I'd like to just take a minute to look at the purpose for our testing program. And we're using this information that we get back from our scores so that we can support teachers in the classroom as they're making instructional decisions. We're also looking to get information back to students and their parents so they can monitor academic growth from grade to grade. And we're also looking for information to help us examine the progress of grade groups as they pass through the school's curriculum. And when we're looking to get information specific to a student's achievement benchmarks or information around how much students are really taking in for information, our testing tool of choice has historically been and continues to be the Iowa Test of Basic Skills. Those are known as the ITBS, and those are specific to the elementary levels and the middle school levels. At the high school level, that particular battery gets renamed. It's just called the Iowa Test of Educational Development and is known throughout your report as the ITED. When we're looking to get more information around a student's ability or their learning styles, our testing tool of choice then it becomes the cognitive ability tests, or known as COGATs. When we administer achievement tests, they are administered specific to the following content areas. Reading comprehension is administered to students in grades 2 through 4, 6, 8, and 9. Revised written materials is administered at the 9th grade level. Our language tests are administered to students in grades 2 through 4, 6, and 8. And our math tests are administered to students in grades 2 through 4, 6, 8, and 9. When we turn to the ability tests, we are giving single levels of tests specific to the following skill areas: verbal, quantitative, and nonverbal. These 3 particular tests are only given to students in grades 1 and 3. And that's basically because the information that we do get from this type of test is good for a 2-year period of time. And all the research that we have accumulated points to the fact that much after the 5th grade, the way that a student takes in information, that's not going to really change. So to continue to test much beyond that point really just becomes a bit repetitive. In the next few slides that I have for you, you will see Westport student scores in the form of percentile rankings when compared nationally. And what I've done is I've put them into charts according to content area, but I've also put them into a format of a longitudinal chart, which is a really nice way of looking at information, because you can take a particular grade level, for instance, grade 2 in reading, and you can, from left to right, read the chart and see what that particular grade level has scored, in this case over a 4-year period of time. So we're starting in 2007, and we see that grade 2 scored at the 68th percentile. In 2008, grade 2 students scored at the 68th percentile. In 2009, they were at the 67th percentile, and this year they scored at the 68th percentile. But you can also take this particular chart, and if you use it identifying a particular grade group, you can read it left to right in a diagonal motion, and you can see, again, starting with grade 2 in reading in 2007 at the 68th percentile. If we jump down and look at this particular grade group as 3rd graders in the year 2008, they were at the 71st percentile. And as 4th graders in the year 2009, they were at the 74th percentile. So it allows you to read the information in a couple of different ways. What you may see missing, and it does break up the chart a bit, is we don't test students in the 5th and 7th grade, only because their MCAS schedule has changed so much, and they are so inundated in the spring with testing that to put them through a week of testing in the fall, a decision was made a few years back to just use our own assessment tools here rather than using a nationally normed test reference for them. Whoops. Sorry. Here we go, language. This chart is set up in the same way as the reading longitudinal chart I just showed you, again, just specific to language. So you can pick any grade level and identify scores for that grade level, again, over a 4-year period of time, or you can select a particular grade group and follow that grade group for at least a 2-year period of time, in some cases a 3-year period of time.
Skip language.
Revised written materials for grade 9 is obviously the only longitudinal